In this section, we'll explore the fourth fundamental of marketing, which is positioning. Positioning is all about how you want your company or yourself to be known in the mind of your customers. It's a statement that tells the world who you are, what you do, and why it matters. There are two areas of positioning we want to discuss for starting a business or for getting going as an independent contractor. Branding, which is how the name, logo, and marketing collateral carry the meaning of your work, and messaging, which is how you talk about your work, whether written or spoken. We will also look at how branding and messaging can work together in the form of an elevator pitch. A brand is a name, logo, or other identifying feature that represents your goods or services and differentiates you from your competition. It helps your customers and competitors know who you are and what you're about. Brands are able to convey meaning, such as the value you provide, who your product is for, and what type of product or service category it belongs to. It also says a lot about how your product is priced and helps the audience to determine whether or not they might be able to afford your service or good. Ultimately, your brand is what customers say about you and your business, but you can help to manage the perception through consistently using your logo, vocabulary, taglines, and by providing excellent work at customer service for a fair price. Let's look at an example of how branding and messaging can work together. Working hand in hand with branding is messaging, which is how you talk about and present your product or services. Messaging is how you communicate the value proposition of your work to your audience. It really does come down to content, whether that be text, images, video, and even events. Messaging is what makes your brand relatable to buyers by motivating them to want your product. Messaging is what happens when you combine the key benefits of your work, the value proposition, tone, and audience in order to convey an understanding of what you do, how you do it, and why it matters. A good example of messaging is the tagline from Bounty, the quicker picker upper. There's no misunderstanding what Bounty is working to communicate with that statement. It's addressed to an audience of busy moms who are committed to providing a clean family environment. Let's look at an example of how branding and messaging come together to help you in the form of a handy tool called the 30-second elevator pitch. Getting your name out there in front of the right people involves networking, and one tool that's helpful with helping people understand what you do and sell is the elevator pitch. In networking situations, we often only have 30 seconds or so to communicate who we are, what we do, and what we want. Keep in mind that not everyone is asking you for something, so this is designed more to help you with making an ask. This could be trying to land a meeting or phone call with a prospective client. An elevator pitch can work really well in networking situations. This is an important activity because it focuses us to be succinct and clear about what we offer. Having a strong brand positioning that's backed up with compelling messaging will help, but we ultimately have to be able to readily describe what it is that we do. One method to design your elevator pitch is to use what's known as the Mad Libs template, where you are entering specific and succinct information into fields to form a cohesive pitch. Here's an example. Hello, I'm Daniela Morrison. My company, Morrison's Morning Buzz, is a coffee house chain that provides coffee lovers in small towns who miss the elegance of a big city coffee shop with fine baked goods and premium coffee drinks. So, how did Daniela structure her pitch? First, she identifies herself and her company, Morrison's Morning Buzz. Then she tells us exactly what her company offers and to whom, in this case, small towns that are lacking a nice coffee shop. She even tells us what the problem is, namely the lack of access to the kinds of coffee and foods available in larger cities. Lastly, she tells us Morrison's secret sauce. Find baked goods and premium coffee drinks. How would you do this for your company or your services? If you don't have a company or a company name, don't worry. Just focus on identifying yourself and clearly communicating what you do, for whom, the problem you fix, and how you do it.